Welcome to day 5 of documenting buy time like billionaires. First of all, I want to thank you for being on this journey. So, if you were with me yesterday, then you know that I was working on the chapter on specifically the system on how to double your productivity in 30 days or less. So, for transparency, I worked on that chapter yesterday. However, I did not finish. So, today, what I will be doing is completing that specific chapter. Now, I will tell you, even though I'm going to complete it today, that's going to be a chapter that I go back to because, when you're writing a book, it's probably not best to have a favorite chapter, because if you do say that you have a favorite chapter, sometimes your readers might only read that chapter and think they got all of the rest of the book. And so something that might be a favorite for me, it might not be a favorite for somebody else. However, at this point, based on what I put into that specific chapter already, that is my favorite chapter. Now the other chapters are good too so far, what I've written. But that's my favorite chapter because the thing that I think about is, like, you think about people who have gone before you, people that you love that have passed away, what you would do to give just more time to spend with them. And so I'm thinking about, there's really nothing you can do about that because you can't bring those people back. However, there's things that you could do going forward to maximize the time with the people that you currently have. And so this is really close to my heart because this system actually shows you how to double your productivity in 30 days or less. So think about this. If somebody can double their productivity, that means that they can do what they do in half the time. So if they've already had this time allocated to do specific things, it's like now if they can do it in half the time, that other half that they now don't have to spend, they can redirect that to the people that they love or doing something that they love that can actually benefit or help, or appreciate the people that they love. But either way, it doesn't have to be spent doing what they were previously doing. And so that is something that's near and dear to my heart because I think making money is great, but the most valuable thing that we have is time. Time is the most valuable asset that we have. And so it's like, if we can, in a sense, like gain more time and we can spend that time with the people that we love, that is one of the most effective things that we can do to live a regret-free life. And I believe in my heart, and people may disagree with me, but I think one of the worst things in life to have is regret. And when you think about regret, typically is not doing something that you could have done, but you didn't do it when you had the chance to do it. Now you no longer have the chance to do it. And sometimes when you have more time, you actually have more time to think about what some of those things are, and then actually having the time to do them. Because a lot of times people don't do what they can when they can because their mind is so preoccupied with what they're doing now that they're not even thinking about later on or something else that they could be doing that's really important. And so this is close to my heart. So this is a chapter that I'm really, really excited about. And if you're watching this, like, I cannot wait until you read it because, again, I think it's great, for me, but I just think about, more importantly, if you take all of the emotion out, I think about specifically, if followed, what it can produce. And it's like, whether somebody is hyped or emotional or whatever the case may be, like, one thing that none of us can argue with is results. And it's like, this specific chapter will produce a result and whoever's life will implement it. And I know that's a bold promise, but this is one I would challenge anybody to challenge me on it. But it's a great chapter. But I'm looking forward to you reading it. And again, thank you for being with me on this journey. And because you're here, it just helps me to show up in a way that gives me a lot more energy and a lot more excitement, a lot more anticipation, which is going to overall make this a much better book. And so I look forward to seeing you on the next one.